Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to do an update video just to let you know what's been going on with me, what's been happening. In my last video, I believe I was 30 weeks. So at that point, I didn't have the baby, and now I have the baby. I'm so excited. My baby boy is here. He's like right there sleeping. But yeah, I'm so just ecstatic. Like, being a mom is fun. It's a lot of work, but it's also fun and tiring and exhausting and blah, blah, blah. But overall, it's great. So far, my experience has been just wonderful. Yeah, so I had my baby boy. His name is Joseph. He's the third, so I call him J3 right now. And yeah, I just wanted to, what happened? I was intending to do like a birth story video. When I was in the hospital, like I started recording and everything, but I didn't get to finish. Just things started happening so fast. I went in for an appointment. I was 36 weeks at the time. I went in for like a checkup appointment, and they were just kind of like, you're measuring small. We want to do an ultrasound just to check on the baby. And I was like, okay, cool. So then next week I went in for the ultrasound. It was like, that happened. The appointment was on Friday. No, the appointment was on Friday. And that's when I had my ultrasound and my measurement. And they were just like, the baby's like on the smaller side. And I was like, okay, so what do we do? I thought I could just like start stuffing my face and eating more food, but they're like, no, we're going to induce you so you can have him at 37 weeks. And I was like, okay. At that point, I didn't feel ready. I felt like I was scared. I was like, is everything okay? And yeah, more so just not feeling ready. Like at that point, nothing was set up. We didn't have the crib built or anything. And that was a Friday, I remember. And then I ended up going in to be induced on Monday night. So I was, like I said, I was 37 weeks. And then I went in expecting to have like a vaginal birth. I was like preparing myself. I was ready, right? But yeah, that didn't happen. Oh, and I have a clip too. I'll insert that, like the recording. It didn't get very far because things started happening so fast. So they were giving me, they gave me Pitocin to start off with. And they gave me like a small dose to do a test to see how I would react. Well, no, to see how he would react to the Pitocin. And it was like, we're going to give you a small dose to get you to have a contraction, and then we'll see what happens. I was like, okay, cool. So I was just there. They gave me the medication. They said I had a contraction because they could see it on the monitor and everything like that. So they said I had a contraction. Mind you, I didn't even feel anything. And then they all came running in. At the time, it was just the nurse and the doctor. Anyways, they came in and it was just like, his heart rate is dropping very low. And I was like, okay. So they're just like, first, they were like, the contraction's over. They got my, they had me moving like onto all fours so his heart rate can come back up, and had me just moving all around. And then it came back up and it was good. So, all right, that was like strike one. And then we kind of resumed after that. They were like, that's not good. We don't want that to happen. But I think they gave it to me again. Or we just waited for another drip or something. And then I had a contraction. And then the same thing happened. His heart rate dropped. I was like, oh, damn. I know this wasn't, I really did not want a C-section. I didn't. But you never know. Like, I had a birth plan. I had all that stuff. And then more towards the end, as we started getting closer and closer, I kind of just threw everything out the window because I want a healthy baby. So it got to a point where I had another contraction, and then they all came in and they gave me this shot in my leg to just stop the medication altogether, the Pitocin, and just to reverse it, because he was, like his heart rate kept dropping so low. And then what happened? So they stopped the medication altogether. Then the doctor came and talked to me and was just like, okay, so basically here's the deal. We can keep trying if you want, but as you can see, things are not looking too good with this medication. So she was just like putting it in my hands. Like, if you want, we can keep trying. She was like, otherwise, if you don't want to do that, we can do the C-section. Just go and do the C-section. We can control, at that point, we can basically control everything and you'll just have a C-section. She was like, if you don't want to do the C-section and you want to continue and carry on, and if things just don't work out, basically, if this keeps happening, she was like, we're going to have to do an emergency C-section. And at that point, your partner can't come in. We're just basically rushing you to go. And it's just you. So for me, in my head, I forgot to tell you guys, after they gave me the shot and just reversed the Pitocin and everything like that, I had a contraction on my own contraction, without the medication, they said. And so then it happened again. And that's when it was just like, all right, we're about to make moves. So she was like, we could either carry on or do a C-section. And then if it's an emergency C-section, your partner can't come in. So we was like, okay, we'll do the C-section. And we'll just forget about trying to have a vaginal birth and just, yeah. So I was bummed, damn. Because I didn't really, prior to this experience and just hearing about C-sections, I know it's a surgery, but I don't know. I feel like I didn't really hear much of other people's experiences when it comes to a C-section, pain prior to a C-section or during the C-section, and then after the C-section. I know during you're awake, and that's all I know. But anywho, so we were going to do the C-section. At this point, I didn't have an epidural. I didn't have anything. So I walked in to the room where the surgery was going to be taking place. I sat up on the bed, and they were just like, we're going to give you the epidural now. And they were like, you're probably going to feel it fast. So you'll see us basically getting your legs up on the bed and everything like that. Because at this point, I was just sitting on the bed. And I was like, okay. And then, yeah, I got the epidural. Wasn't that bad. Not for me. It wasn't too painful. And then, yeah, I numbed up pretty fast. They put what's that thing called? Well, I can't use the bathroom. That thing where you use a catheter in, I think, for using the bathroom. And then, yeah, I was like, am I going to go to sleep? I don't like pain at all. I kind of, will I fall asleep? Do I want to be asleep? And the doctor was just like, actually, you will be awake, and you want to be awake for the birth of your child. And I was like, yes, you're right. So at that point, but yeah, they were playing music, I remember. And Joseph was sitting right beside me. The dad, Joseph, was sitting right beside me. And I remember I was trying to stay awake, because you are numb, and there's anesthesia and all this stuff like that. So if I wanted to go to sleep, I could have, but I was trying to stay awake like she recommended. So I remember mumbo jumbo talking to Joseph, and then there was the anesthesiologist on this side, so he was talking too, and it was great. They told me I would feel tugging or pressure when the baby is coming out and all that. I don't remember feeling any of that. I didn't feel anything, I feel like. But then again, my baby was very small, a preemie, so I'm assuming that's why. But yeah, it just happened so fast. When he came out, I feel like that was 10-15 minutes, and then after that, when they go to sew you up and put you all back together, that took about 40 minutes. But yeah, it was great. Healthy baby boy. So blessed. And so excited. And now we're home and the games have begun. I'm gonna have to do another video about my motherhood experiences and what I like and don't like and stuff like that. But right now, I just wanted to let y'all know that I did have a healthy baby boy, J3. I was in a hospital for about a week. Recovery for me, it wasn't bad. But yeah. That's my update. And I'll have another video coming soon with other details and other topics.